Hi everyone, Ann Fierbaugh here for forum number 6, and I chose topic number 3, who should be responsible at your organization for addressing and resolving any copyright issues. So first, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I work at Capital One, so I will be taking a corporate perspective on this, but I do feel that it is very pertinent that we remember corporate America because we do lots of trainings, we do a ton of PowerPoints, and there's definitely areas to do some copyright infringement. After reading Simonison chapter 10, and he gave all those myths around the copyrights, I definitely feel like it is a subject for everyone and not just what some of us think, which is students writing a paper. So the question is, who should be responsible for resolving these issues? At Capital One, I believe it should be under the umbrella of HR. HR stands for Human Resources. They deal with anything that has to do with human beings. Within the HR, there's lots of different sub-departments, and I would pick Associate Relations, we call them AR, because they help create consistency on how we are handling our associates, whether they need to be fired, written up, put on a coaching plan for any kind of inconsistencies. They like to stay consistent across the company so that we are delivering the right message and we're not wrongfully terminating someone while allowing someone else to do the same infraction. And I actually have an example where I had to reach out to AR for copyright infringement. Earlier this year, I had an associate on my team work towards getting their BPM certification, which stands for Business Process Management certification. It's actually a good certification to have if you're in the business world and you're writing processes or running projects. And it's a lot of work, and it creates making this huge PowerPoint deck and using all these visuals, and it's a big project, and it's kind of like doing a huge thesis or something like that. And when I was going through my associate's procedure, I noticed that the comments in the PowerPoint didn't match the actual PowerPoint. Well, he didn't even realize there was a comment section, and apparently he had copied someone else's deck completely. So I had to take it to AR, and they actually didn't know what to do with it because there was no precedent for it. They had never had another associate be reported for copyright infringements, which I find really hard to believe that no one else has created a PowerPoint, shared a deck, led a training that was not kind of stealing someone else's intellectual property. So I think action steps for that AR group that I believe should be responsible would be to know that there's a lot of education on the piece. Like I said earlier, Simonison in chapter 10 gives all those myths. Some of those I didn't know, and I think there's a huge learning for that. So I think on our onboarding, when we bring new associates in, we need to train them on that. And then I think it needs to be part of our quarterly CBT agenda. So we do quarterly kind of tests, and we have like 5 different ones every quarter, and they always rotate just to keep us up to snuff on stuff, on regulations, laws, different things. So I think this would be a great subject to include in there, and because it is important, and I do think ethically, we all have a piece of this. Spectre on chapter 10 spoke a lot about the ethics piece, and I think we all like to say we're morally ground, but sometimes if we don't know everything that it entails, we're actually creating infringements and we don't even know it. That's all. Thanks for listening.